Hi, this is Sec Green's Boundary, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, next week we're going to be doing a little bit early on the Saturday because we're going out to Brandon. So it is about an hour, 2 hour drive from Winnipeg to do a party. So we'll announce that when the time comes, but we will have a show. It's just going to be a little bit earlier in the day. But normally we do 10 o'clock a.m. Central on Saturdays and Sundays, and Tuesdays and Thursdays it's at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark it down on your calendar so you do not miss out, right, Domino? Yeah, he's on the lap here for today. So let's get started with the card of the day, right, Domino? Right. So this is our message from Universe to us for today. And it is the card that I picked randomly. It's the quiet time, and making sure that you have some quiet time to yourself and stop getting into all the drama of the news and all that sort of thing, and have some time for yourself. Get out to nature and do all those things. It's good for the health, and it's good for everything for your life. So just get out there, have some fun, have some quiet time away from the noise, okay? Or just turn the noise off. It's what me and the wife do, because it's all nonsense, okay? So let's get into the next thing. We got BTC. Is it too late to buy? There's a little bit of discussion on the internet today on Lark Davis. If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, very good channel, go look him up, Lark Davis. He was talking about today about, is it too late to buy? Okay, because a lot of things are coming down the pike right now, especially with the SEC against both parties in the United States, and the SEC is losing ground. So this is starting to have a kind of a pressure cooker. It's like everything's under pressure and it's ready to burst. And this is going to be very, very soon. I know I've said that we're going to see $100,000 Bitcoin, and timing is a little off. I think it's going to be a little past that. I think April when that happens. We're about 81% there, okay, for the timeline of when the Bitcoin does its happening. And it's usually a little after the happening. Hello, Domino. He's leaving. Here. So this is not a get-rich-quick scheme that everybody tends to get into. This is a long-term hold, okay? So if you're wondering when to buy Bitcoin, the time is now. I think we're at the lowest prices that we're going to be seeing for quite some time for the Bitcoin and many of the cryptocurrencies that you enjoy, that we talk about here on the channel. And of course, there's going to be some newer coins that come out that give huge claims and all this sort of thing. Be careful of those. If you do not know how to play the game, just go with the Bitcoin. Okay. Terra Grum says crypto regulations, those are going away. Well, they're changing to the favor of the cryptocurrency holders. I was just watching some of the court case that's going on right now, and we, the people, are starting to gain ground on many of these regulations. And I think this stable coin thing is going to be resolved in the next little while, okay, where it's going to be in our favor. You have to remember the SEC is representing the old guard, okay? All the people that made money through the old money system, okay? And that old money system is collapsing, as we're watching live every day. And they don't want to give up that power anytime soon, okay? Because they want to keep everything the way that it is. So this is why we're starting. This is why we're seeing all these regulating and scaremongering and all that sort of thing on the news. This is why it's important. Pay attention, but not too closely, and take a lot of that stuff with a grain of salt. Okay? It's all a tactic by the elites to keep you out of cryptocurrencies because they don't want you to have money. They want you, get my finger in the screen here, to be reliant on them for everything. So when they say jump, you say how high. They don't want people to go jump. Why? I have Bitcoin. Go somewhere else. And they don't want that. They want to keep complete control over you. Okay? This is why we're seeing all this silliness right now with the regulations, the draconian stupidity. And it's their last ditch effort of trying to keep control of you. Okay? And with that said, and their backs are against the wall, okay, they're going to be lashing out at everything and anything, and they're going to do more scare tactics and all this sort of thing, but it's basically falling flat on its face, okay? This is why we say buy the Bitcoin, put it in your treasure nice and safe, and just sit on it and enjoy your day. Don't sweat so much about, well, Gary said this organization said that. It's a bunch of baloney. It's the nicest word I can think of at the moment. We will win in the end. Okay? The more we reveal their evil, okay, the more they go away. The more you shine the light on the cockroaches, the more the cockroaches scurry into the darkness. Okay? And this is what we're seeing right now with all branches of evil. Okay? So let's throw some cards down for BTC. It will get to that $100,000 probably after April, as I've said in the past. But it's going to be a long-term thing. Okay? It's not going to be as soon as the halving happens, fireworks go. No. It's usually a couple months after the fact. And then you have that buying pressure that happens because everybody wants to get in on. And then when all that pressure is going, it's usually too late to buy your Bitcoin for huge gains. And then you're left sitting on some Bitcoin for a long period of time. And you're, because it'll come down. That's the cycle. Okay, up and down, up and down. And you probably bought it at the top, as most people do. And what usually happens is people get sour on it and they didn't make any money. Well, you bought it at the last minute at its all-time high. So now you got to wait for another 4 years for it to pay off. Okay, so it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. I have to say that over and over and over again. It's not a way of getting rich quick. It's a way of getting rich slowly over time. It's an investment, okay, at the moment. And then it's going to become the money, okay? So let's throw some cards down for the BTC for after the halving. Let's see what's cooking. So the health of it, we're going to have that peace of mind if you've bought early. Like me and the wife, we bought our Bitcoin the other day. Nice low price, according to us. Not a full Bitcoin, but a portion of a Bitcoin. But we bought back when it was $600-700 Canadian back, almost 8 years now. Something like that, a little. It's been a while. We've been sitting for a while. and it has paid off for us. If you buy now, uh, not financial advice, of course, you do what you want to do. You're going to have to sit on it for a couple months. And then you're going to see all the fireworks and all the happy faces. Your happy face because you sat on it, you waited, and now you're sitting on $100,000 Bitcoin. Okay? Or probably a little bit more. So, cards are revealing that you're going to have that peace of mind if you buy it now. Do not wait. Don't get that FOMO. When everybody's crying, you should be buying. That's my new phrase for today. And when everybody's cheering, that's when you're getting out. It doesn't rhyme, of course, but it's pretty much how it goes. When your grandma's phoning you, did you hear about Bitcoin? That's usually the indicator that you're like, oh, it's time to sell some. Okay? So when everybody's crying, you should be buying. Okay? So hopefully that sinks in a little bit. Or another YouTuber used to say, when it's dipping, or you buying when it's dipping or when it's sitting. When it's spiking, that's when you stop. Okay? And you wait, and when your grandma phones you, go get that Bitcoin. That's when you go, it's time to sell a little bit and pay off some bills. So hopefully that puts everything into perspective, especially with all the noise going on that's out there. We will win in the end. We already know this. We saw it. We foresaw it. We, the psychic people who watch this show, already know that this is going to be a thing. Do not do those knee-jerk reactions. Oh, they said this. No. Sit. It's the next news story in a couple of days after that. They failed, the regulators. Just sit on it, relax, have a cup of coffee, play with the cats, do other things. Don't be glued to your phone looking at the price every 5 seconds like I did in the very beginning. Oh, it went up. Oh, it went down. Oh, yeah. So just relax. Buy it, sit on it, relax. It will work out. Okay? And we're going to be getting to that 100,000, 250,000. That's the highest I see. And then it comes down, and then everybody's starting to cry again. It's only $80,000 or something like that. Okay? So hopefully that answers some questions out there that were on the Discord channel. But today is the time to buy. Trade GPT. This is something that was mentioned on the Discord channel as well. I think is it good? Is it bad? I'm always leery of trading bots, as my friend Kevin at the Bitcoin bank in Winnipeg here says. As soon as somebody says it's a trading bot that'll make you tons of money, he walks away. And I agree with him. When somebody's promising you the moon, walk away. This is whenever something like that comes to you in whatever form, it's usually a scam. Okay? Some trading bot that does it all for you? No. Though you can use that technology if you know what you're doing to give you an edge, but it will not do everything for you. Okay? And you should not rely upon these things yourself. So if you're thinking of getting into trading, learn to do it yourself. It's not easy. Okay? trading bots that do it all for you, well, they're usually scams. Okay? 99% of them are scams. Trade cheap GPT, and it's using the power of AI. So that's another thing to worry about when some cryptocurrency company comes out and they slap on the name AI or GPT onto their name. It's usually an indicator that they're just out to get your money and run away with that. Okay? Or it's the product is horrible. So this particular system I would stay away from. It looks nice and shiny right now. But once it really comes to where the market is not doing so hot, it probably will not do so hot itself. So learn to do trading. If you're going to be doing trading, learn to do it on your own. It's not easy, or everybody would be doing it. But the health of it right now is pretty healthy. But by while everything's in motion, it's going to be failing quite a bit. Actually, I'm picking up, and it's something to probably steer away from. I know a lot of traders that trade Bitcoin, and they say if they had just held it, they would have made more money in the long run. Okay, so hopefully that answers any questions about trade GPT. What do we got next? NEG web token. Somebody in the last show was, or it's actually during my horoscope reading show. Somebody's asking that. Which is at 11:15 on Saturday morning. And today at 11:15, we have the remote viewing show. We're all ready for that. So hopefully come by for that as well. But let's have a look at Energy Web Token, which personally I've seen it and it's like, it's okay. It's been around for quite some time, but my general feelings is there's better things to put your money into at the moment, and cards are revealing this, that it's okay. It's not going to be winning any prizes. It's not going to be beating out Bitcoin or anything like that. It will make you some money in the short term. It's not a long-term thing. I do see the health of it kind of shaky for the next little while. And I think that's probably because they have to change everything within their platform to sit along with the regulating things that are happening right now. So it's going to be a little bit shaky. So it's not going to be offering you that super deal that they were in the beginning. So pay attention to that. Financially, I think it's going to do okay for the next little while. So you can make some money still with this one, but you have to be really on it. Okay. Moving forward. And I think the people that are related to it are trying to do the right thing mostly, but I don't think they're going to be doing the most amazing stuff with the platform for a while. Okay, so hopefully that answers any questions about Energy Web Token. Mental power increase, that's for today's show, and we kind of already talked about this a little bit. Being resolute in your thinking and your feelings and your emotional strength. Okay, I know a lot of us get flustered every time we watch the news and we think everything's falling apart and all this sort of thing. And you have to remember, most of the things on the news are just there to keep you in fear. And once you are in fear, okay, it's easy to control you. Okay, they will dictate through your fear on how you're going to move throughout life. So never ever live in fear. Rule number one. And hopefully you you're meditating, and hopefully you're doing all the things, practicing your tarot cards, getting in deep trance, getting information from the universal mind in a peaceful way. Okay. If you're all, this means you're going to get false readings and it's not going to be as good as it can be. So the number one rule is to be calm. All right. What do they always tell you in a crisis? Stay calm. Okay. And a good part of that is don't look at nonsense all day. So building up our mental power increase is through that meditation as much as you can. Don't have to have perfect and all that sort of thing. The more distractions you have when you're trying to meditate and to increase your mental power, okay, psychic power, inner power, the better. Okay. Me and the wife, it's kind of a fun story. We were hired to do a birthday party. Okay. To do readings at a birthday party. It was dark. We only had a candle. It was outside. Okay. And there was a rock band playing right next to us. It's like right in our face, playing Metallica with the whole band. And we're still doing the job. So you don't have to get to that point. Once you start to be able to do the work and drinking and having fun and all that sort of thing, and you can still do the work, you're there. Half aware of your surroundings, always be aware of your surroundings and still get into that state. Okay. People go, oh, I have to have everything perfect with the, like, no, you don't. It's the more distractions you have, the stronger you can become while meditating. Okay. So we did the job, and the people that hired us were very pleased with our work. That's not the first time that we did that with all these distractions. So we have to get ourselves into that state, have more distractions, because you need your mind to have something to push against. And when that happens, and you have something to push, you become stronger and stronger and stronger mentally and psychically. Okay. So start that meditative state. And the more you do that, and the more in tune you become, centered and grounded and centered with all the distractions, the stronger you will become. Okay? Because now you have something to push against to do the work. So this is the training for today, is to get into that meditation, get into the remote viewing, all the distractions of life, cut out that news as much as you can, and you become better and better mental strength. Okay. So hopefully that helps you out. What do we got next? Discord channel. If you're not part of our Discord channel, I'm going to put the link up here for everybody. It is free to join. Paste and click the little button, and there you go. It's going to be zipping up in the chat here for everybody to grab. If you are not part of the Discord channel, a lot of things going on there. We got like 54 members right now, which is awesome stuff. This is a building upon a community of like-minded individuals, which is always wonderful. I think there's some links in there you can go to and buy. Of course, if you miss it today, the Discord channel link is on our website, scrolling on the bottom, psychicreadingsbyandre.com. Okay, so if you want to get into that, please do. What else we got for today? We got some people on talking. We got Tara Gorham. Hello, Tara. Why is the company who took care of the apartment in my old building writing to me? Do they want money or do they owe me money? So you kind of moved away and hmm. Did you open a letter? Are you sitting there with the envelope going, "Oh." So you want to kind of know what's in the envelope before you open it, I guess. So what is the thing that you're picking up? Is it they want money or they want something? So this is a lesson for you.
It says I sold it.
Oh, you sold it. Sold the apartment. Ah, they're trying to get money out of you. Okay. And of course, they don't have all their chickens in a row when they did purchase it, and they think that you have some solution to their problems that they are facing right now. Uh, I think they're going to be alluding to asking you some questions on the building itself. That's kind of what I'm picking up because they don't know everything about the building as you would. So they may be looking for a little bit of money for things that were done, even though it's a done deal. I don't think you're going to be buying or paying anything. And then the next step would be them wanting information about the particular building itself. So they're going to try to switch it where it's all your fault. Well, you sold this thing that doesn't have that and this and blah blah blah, and they're trying to put it back into your lap. And I think you're going to be A with everything going on. They're trying to throw it back into your lap. I think is where they're going. What the angle that they're coming from. Okay, so it's no longer your problem, it's theirs, and they're trying to make it your problem. And it's you don't have to. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Where do I see XRP going this year? Much higher than it was. It's going to be one of the big gainers for the next little while. That's why I always keep saying, get that Bitcoin, get that XRP, get that Litecoin, which is what this Tuesday they're going to be having their halvening. And it's probably usually a little after the halvening that it starts to go up in a pretty good way. Okay, so XRP. Well, they got to shed off all that toxic slime that they got on them from the SEC and all that sort of thing, and people's thinking has to change. And once that is done and everybody gets that greedy palm situation, everything is going to start to go the other way. XRP is still doing business everywhere around the world, and they've positioned themselves where they're in a really good spot right now. They've done all the business smartly. They decentralized their business where it's not all in the US anymore. And that's going to put them in a really good spot. In the next 2 years, you're going to see XRP really exploding price-wise. I think the first stop will be around $5 Canadian, whatever that is in US. You can figure that out for yourself. But I think the next step after the next halving of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin kind of dictates the rest of the market, I think it's going to be at around $5 for a short period of time, and then it's going to go down, and then it's going to go up again, all that wonderful stuff. So if you're sitting on some XRP, keep sitting. I know I am. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question there. Everybody wants Bitcoin to drop early. Again, 26,000. That's at 27, 28,000 right now, American. Yeah, I could see that. We did say last show and the last couple shows that yes, there is a little part where it's going to be dropping. Okay, because fear. And when it does drop, guess what? Who's going to be buying? All the big companies like BlackRock. They're going to go, thank you for selling your crypto cheap. We like cheap crypto. Don't be a victim of that. This is when you buy. When everybody's crying, that's when you're doing the buying. So if it does get to that point, I think it's going to be kind of close to that for a short period of time. It's going to be like, boop, boop. And then all that Bitcoin will be bought by the big banks and the big organizations, and then you're not going to have it again. Okay. Right now, there's only less than 6% of the entire Bitcoin supply on exchanges to buy. So if you're waiting for that perfect price to buy, it's right now. Okay. I don't want you left out in the cold where you didn't have the opportunity to buy Bitcoin when it was on the market. Okay. That's why I keep saying, get it now. That financial advice, you do what you want to do, but getting it now is probably the best bet in the future, and just sit on it. Okay. Throw some cards down for it. For those who thought it was going to be a nice quiet time when it does come down, it's going to be very, very quick. Okay. It's down, it's going back up as soon as you had a breath. Because, as I just said, all the big players are going to be buying it up, and you're going to be left out in the cold. And there's not going to be any kindness with this particular situation. They're going to be nasty. They're going to be nasty and ugly and weird about it. Okay. And they're just going to take your Bitcoin from you and go, thanks. So keep sitting on it. It will go down a little bit, and then it's going to start to spike up as we get closer and closer to that happening in April. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Happy belated birthday. Yes, we had the birthday party yesterday. We went to Mongo's. If you don't know what Mongo's is, it's a
Mongolian stir fry.
Mongolian stir fry. You pile up your bowl with all the wonderful stuff you want to have, and you give it to the guys, which were not that enthusiastic to the work. Yeah, whatever. And there's a big grill in the middle, and they got these long in front of you. It used to be kind of a show, but now they weren't very excited or very exciting to watch, because it's a round grill. It's very hot. And they'll go, need a egg, and they'll throw it across, and they'll catch it, and they'll do a fancy crack the egg on the side, and psh, it's a show, right? Or they want a bowl of rice, and they throw the bowl of rice over the grill, and the guy catches it, and they psh. And it was,
They weren't very excited.
They weren't very excited, but it was a good time. We had my mom out, my wife's parents came out, her youngest brother came out, and we had a very good time. We had cupcakes that we bought at the Sobeys. It was a lot of fun. And the wife made me some crepes. If you go on the Discord, there's a picture of the crepes that she made for me yesterday morning for breakfast. It was very tasty. The wife's a really good cook. I got lucky. I can't really cook all that well. So she goes, "You gonna cook?" No, it's safer if you cook.
Craft dinner for everyone.
Craft dinner for everyone
Every day.
every day. So I got lucky, and I'm always thankful for my wife every day. We get the balloon
It's over there.
over there. Ah. Dun, dun, dun. I'm coming back. Don't worry. I know I left the camera. Here's my balloon I had. Get it into the frame.
Domino's coming.
And Domino's. Now it's Domino's balloon because he plays with the ribbon. So he wants it, and he's going to be dragging that across the room. Come on, catch it. Okay. So if you see a balloon go by, that's Domino running away from the balloon while it's in his, we've already mentioned. How long will it take them to capitulate? At least a year. They're running out of ammo. They're shooting. And they're trying to hit something and it keeps missing. And the things that they do keep failing and falling flat on their face. And so about a year, maybe 2. These things always take time. It's going through the court system. It's going through, what's it called? Senate right now, if you're watching. We're winning. A lot of things came down the pike from the judges and all that and telling Gary to take a hike. So, yeah, it's going to be about a year or so. It takes a long time to clean up mess. Well, ETH reached 10,000 USD in 2024. No, I don't think it will. It will get some pretty good gains in the next year. There it goes. There goes the balloon. It's across the living room. And then he loses it. Now it's Domino's balloon. It was mine for a little while. Now, USD, I think it's going to be getting into that $6,000 to $7,000 range in that period of time, but it's going to be well beyond that period of time where it's going to get to that $10,000 evaluation. Okay, so if you're sitting on ETH like me and the wife are, just keep sitting. I wouldn't worry. Buy more, especially at these nice low prices right now. It's the other project that I mostly trust. Most other projects I don't trust, but ETH is a little bit better than most. And we got the Mr. Vitalik keychain to prove it. Maybe we'll give it some nice energy for Mr. Vitalik moving forward. And it's actually big component to the new financial system that's going to be coming out, where everything is kind of connected in a big way to Ethereum. And that's including Bitcoin and XRP and some of the CBDCs, which I think are going to be failing very quickly. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Angie, hi Andre, do you see anything romantic happening with me and Kai? He's going to be a little hesitant on this particular situation because he doesn't know exactly where you want it to go. I think he's like me. He's a little dense. So you might have to spell it out for him. So have that visualization for him or her, whatever, and move on with that. So yes, there is that chance, but you're gonna have to spell it out for them. Okay, this is what it's gonna be. Okay, and do it that way, and it's gonna be a very wonderful time for the both of you. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Will Doge go back to 7 US cents from 8 cents currently in early August? Cards, please. That's probably the August downturn. Everybody, yeah, I could see that going down. You can make your own Doge, you know that. If you get a Litecoin machine. I know a couple people who do this. To make your own Doge, you mine Litecoin, okay? Because it's a side chain that is added onto the Litecoin. So when you're doing Litecoin mining, you can put in the configs where you're going to be doing Dogecoin at the same time. Okay? I think they do sell Dogecoin miners, but it's actually a Litecoin miner with Doge on the side. That's how Dogecoin is created. People don't know that. And this whole thing with Elon Musk out there, I don't like Bitcoin because it's proof of work, blah, blah, blah. This is why I like Doge. I guess nobody told them how you make Dogecoin is by proof of work on Litecoin. I guess nobody told them. Or he knows and he's just not telling anybody. Okay, this is why Litecoin is very important, because this is how you make your Doge. There's probably other ways of making it, but that's the only way that I know that it's made. So if you got a little Litecoin miner in your basement or something, you set the configs to make you some Doge. Unfortunately, we don't have the space or capacity of doing that, or we would. Yeah, you hit it on the mark. It's going to be going down a little bit. So if you want to buy some at that period of time, it would be a good time. There's no end to Dogecoin because it's created all the time in great amounts every day. So no problem there buying it. And I think it's going to be going up with the rest of the market after April. Some of the things out of his mouth are not true, but we won't go there. Will Energy Web token reach $35 till April or on April? I'm not sure what it is right now. Oh, he's talking about Doctor Who. It's saying, yeah, it's going to be going, maybe not in April necessarily. It's going to be a little after. And it is the same blue as the TARDIS. Our little Honda Fit. It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, if you know what a Honda Fit is. 42. I don't think it's going to be quite going that way, even though the banking system is kind of failing, and it is. Once they start printing money again in great gobs, the stock market will blast off as well. So if you're looking for some stocks, It's not quite the show for that, but many stocks will go off like crazy because there's a lot of free money being printed and saving that market. But a lot of that money will be not worth much. You're going to need a wheelbarrow of money to buy a loaf of bread very, very soon. So hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, it's going to be in 2024. Hi, Andre. What type of existing business is good to buy? Wow. Geez, there's a whole lot of them that you could get into. Not MLM.
Like franchises, maybe?
Franchises, maybe. Food right now, probably survival type of thing because we're going through this whole weird narrative. Alternative banking systems or alternative cryptocurrency exchanges, that sort of thing would be okay. You could buy into something like that. Gold and silver. So if you're thinking mining, not the paper stuff, the mining would be another good one to get into at the moment. Because I think gold and silver are going to be going crazy in the next little while. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Could you remind us of our favorite coins? Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP. I don't like them, but it is a big part of the plan and they will go up. I like Bitcoin Cash. We like Polygon. We like Shiba Inu. What else we got in our wallet? We even had Bitcoin Gold, which was given to us for free. I wouldn't recommend it, but we got it for free. But hey, it came from before it came. But that's another discussion. What else we got? XRP. We got Dogecoin. We got tons of them. Which one? Cardano. It's another good one to get into. Even now they are having a bit of a situation and all that sort of thing within their camp. They will still do well overall. Okay? So you kind of stick with those coins. I think you're going to be okay.
Doge, Digibyte Dash.
Doge, Digibyte. I don't think you're going to make a lot of money with Digibyte, but it's a good project. We have a ton of it. Zilliqa will do okay in the next little while, even though it's losing money at the moment. That's our basis. We got more coins than that, but I don't remember all of them off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Thank you for that question, though. Lost a lot on Reef over the last few months. Cards to say if I get my buy price for Reef in August. Kind of in our situation with our status coin that we bought at 5 cents. Now it's 3 cents per coin. Kind of one of those scenarios. Well, the only time you lose is when you sell, right? Or you sell it and you put it into something better like Bitcoin and wait for it to go back up. Make your money back. And just picked up on what I just said. I think Reef Coin will get back up to there, but it's going to be 2 to 3 years until then. So depending on how patient you are, there's the other solution of selling those coins and putting them in the Bitcoin and wait for that to go up. And then once that makes profit, you can slide back. That's one other tactic. It's called laddering for your Reef tokens. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. Won't be in August. What else we got? Discord channel. If you haven't been part of that Discord channel, I'm going to put the link up again for everybody. So you can get on to the community. There you go. It's free. It's a nice bunch of people. At least I hope so. I know that they're nice. And for later on at 11:15, we got our remote viewing, and it's another moment in time. We're going to me and Bob, right, Bob? We're going to peer into the future and see what's in the envelope at this future date. We're going to take our TARDIS and we're going to go back in or forward into time and see what's what. Okay, for all those Doctor Who fans that are out there. We haven't seen the new one yet. Is it out?
I don't think so.
No, not out yet.
No.
It may not be as good as the old stuff, but if you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to secondreadsbyandrew.com where all that information is there. If you like a personal healing with my wonderful wife, that information is on the secondreadsbyandrew.com website. If you like to participate in any of our affiliate links, make sure if you should happen to purchase something from those affiliate links, know that we make a little bit of money from those purchases. Okay, with that said, make sure you like, subscribe, come back at 11:15. We're going to have the remote viewing and see what's what. So until then, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.